Casting app or at WSGW.com.
Johnson on three, go Barabanov over, Klepov, one-timer, he scores! A heavy shot from Nikita Klepov.
The Saginaw Spirit host the Sudbury Wolves tonight at 6:50 on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, looking outside and trying to find the sun. It does look like it's trying to peek its way through. Once again, we had a foggy morning around in some spots, mostly cloudy in others, but definitely very damp out there right now, high humidity. We did have quite a bit of precipitation, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. All across the Great Lakes Bay area and areas to the north, we saw some snow mixed in. Then you get up in the Upper Peninsula, and boy, they got a lot of snow. Just to kind of give you an idea, Marquette right now is telling me that they have about 40 inches of snow on the ground. Not all of it came from the last 24 hours or so, but in some cases they picked up more than a foot of snow over the last 24 to 36 hours. There is another system that will be approaching. We'll tell you about that in just a minute. And it does appear as though that's going to deliver more snow for the Upper Peninsula and a few sections of the Lower Peninsula as well, kind of similar to what we saw there over the last day or so. Matthew, temperatures warming up a little bit right now. What are we looking at?
Well, over at the airport, it's partly sunny at 38. Over in Midland, it's cloudy at 39 degrees. Here at Radio Center, it's partly sunny at 39. We have southeast winds at 7 miles per hour, and our pressure is at 29.77, and it's rising.
Southeast Michigan, pretty much the same that we are. It's southwest and up the west central part of the Lower Peninsula, where we're seeing some very mild temperatures with a little bit more in the way of sunshine. We're talking 57 degrees this hour in South Haven, 53 over in the Benton Harbor area. Holland is reporting 50 degrees, and then upper 40s for a lot of the other locations. We are not anticipating to work our way up really warm to 50 degrees. Again, a lot of it's going to have to do with the ice cover around the water right now, and a southeast breeze, which is kind of keeping us on the cooler side of things. As we go through the day, maybe 45 is about as warm as we're going to get. There is going to be seeing some sun around, but a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening, the clouds will thicken up a little bit, and there will be a chance of a sprinkle or two. I'm going to call it a spotty sprinkle later on this afternoon and early this evening, before another system moves in, affects our weather, and we'll get a little bit more organized scattered shower activity. We're not anticipating the rain that's coming tonight and early tomorrow morning to be as much as what we did see a day or so ago, but still another tenth, maybe 2/10 of an inch, and that's going to be it here in the Great Lakes Bay area. Now, how much rain did we get? Well, up in the Thumb area, Caseville reported 46/100 of an inch. Bad Axe had 6/10. Cass City had a little bit better than 6/10. Caro the same. Frankenmuth just under a half inch. Caro looking at just under a half inch. Saginaw at a couple, three of the reporting stations, 51 and 52/100 of an inch. Auburn had 44/100. Gladwin a quarter of an inch. Looking at West Branch right around 47/100 of an inch. We're talking Chesaning picking up a half inch. Owasso looking at right around 43/100 of an inch. So that kind of gives you an idea. Now, who has the snow? Well, we alluded to it. Marquette at last count talking at just under 40 inches of snow on the ground as of right now. Sheboygan is talking about 10 inches of snow on the ground. Alpena has, they say, just under a foot. Otsego Lake is looking at 16 inches of snow. Newberry right now is reporting 21 inches of snow. We do have some snow on the ground in the northwest corner of the Lower Peninsula. And again, as we said, over by Alpena. But then you start to drift a little bit further south, and the amount of snow on the ground starts to dwindle, more along the lines of 4, 5, 6 inches of snow on the ground at a number of locations. And then you get down into and around the Gladwin area, where traces of snow is pretty much it. But again, they didn't have all the moisture, all the rain that we experienced here in the Great Lakes Bay area. So what are we looking at as far as forecast goes? 45 degrees. I think that's about as warm as we're going to get, with a southeast breeze right around 10, 12 miles per hour. Spotty sprinkle this afternoon as the clouds will be thickening. We'll have traces, glimpses of sun yet over the noon hour, but that is going to be short-lived. Now tonight, mostly cloudy skies, scattered showers around, a little bit more organization, and a little bit better coverage area, simply because we will have a low-pressure system, which right now is in the southern plains, western sections of Missouri. That's going to be moving up to and around the Chicago area overnight tonight, and then eventually work its way up to right around Traverse City, just a little bit south of Traverse City, and then cut right straight across the Lower Peninsula and wind up later on tomorrow afternoon in Michigan's Thumb. So what that means? Well, what it means is clouds, rain shower activity tomorrow, especially in the morning, tapering off as we go into the afternoon, becoming mixed with and changing over to snow. So the high temperature tomorrow will be reached in the morning and midday, 42 degrees, and then it'll gradually be dropping down as that low moves off to the east, and a cold front will be whipping across the Lower Peninsula. Again, that will be tomorrow afternoon. 31 for a low tomorrow night, with a pretty good chance of seeing some snow showers, but those will be tapering off. The winds are going to be a factor tomorrow. We'll be looking at a southwest wind gusting to 30 miles per hour, becoming westerly behind the front, gusting up to about 30 miles per hour as well. So it's going to be a windy, breezy, chilly day with rain shower activity in the early morning and tapering off midday, turning into snow mix, snow shower activity later in the day on Friday. Now, Saturday is going to start off with mostly cloudy skies, but because that front will have moved through, 33 is all the warmer we're going to get. So our overnight low on Friday could very possibly be our high temperature for the day on Saturday. 33 degrees for a high on Saturday, about 25 for a low on Saturday night. Snow showers, spotty. It looks as though the best chance of seeing any snow shower activity will be late in the afternoon and the evening hours on Saturday. We'll have a west breeze on Saturday, but it'll be tapering off more along the lines of 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts. So not nearly as gusty on Saturday as what it'll be on Friday. Sunday, looking at a chance of snow showers once again. Temperatures will be working their way up on Sunday to about 34, 35 degrees with that chance of snow showers. Mostly cloudy on Sunday night, 22 for a low. And then on Monday, we'll have a better chance of seeing some sun. But unfortunately, the temperatures aren't going to follow suit. We're going to be looking at a high temperature of 32 on Monday with a low temperature of right around 18, 19 degrees. All of that is what's average for this time of the year. So Monday will be an average temperature day. That's 33 in the afternoon and 18 at night. Tuesday, still, we're going to be looking at temperatures in that low 30-degree range with cloud cover. Tuesday night, another system will be approaching. That'll be affecting our weather with a chance of some snow showers late Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning, spilling over into the day on Wednesday. Wednesday's high temperature will be above 40 degrees. So whatever precipitation we get early in the day will be rain shower activity, but it will be turning into a mix of snow and rain later on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. Now, to take us all the way through the 4th of March, that's right, we're working on March already. Above average on the temperatures, slightly above average as far as the moisture is concerned. A year ago today, our high was 18 and our low was 12. Didn't have any precipitation. We set a record yesterday as far as rainfall goes out at the airport. MBS International reported 0.6 of an inch of rain. That beat the old record, which was a little bit better than 0.5 of an inch. We're looking at snow. Well, no snow. The 19th of February back in 1931, we had 3.3 inches of snow. Incidentally, the coldest ever. And you got to go back to 2015. So not all that many years ago. 4 was our high. 9 below was our low. The record high on this date is 59, and that was set the next year, 2016. Tied in 2017. Sun will set this evening at 6:12, rise tomorrow morning at 7:27. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by today, Matthew, who do we have?
Coming up next, we have Melinda Sweeney from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Well, before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. You ever wondered, you'd kind of like to have a tractor that would do what you want it to do, but you don't want to pay for something that has got a whole bunch of horsepower and you just don't think you're ever going to use it. Well, maybe you should work with the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth because they have a line of tractors. They call them the Farm All for a very good reason because that's what they do. They farm all. That comes in a variety of sizes. You've got a compact Farm All A series up to a deluxe compact Farm All C and a C series with cabs. So you're talking horsepower range anywhere from 35 to 140 horsepower. And that Farm All tractor will get the job done. All you got to do is choose the right one. And the whole idea behind it is to get a hold of Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. They'll pair you up with the right Farm All tractor to fit your need. The tractor does it all. So no matter what you're doing, Can-Do comes in red, and it's called Farm All. See Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth today. Weiss Equipment, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. Melinda, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. Looks like we got a halfway decent market going today.
Yeah, we have wheat up 7, corn down 2, and beans unchanged. Today we have the World Ag Outlook Forum happening in D.C. So the first glimpse at 2026, 2027 crop year on what the USDA is kind of pegging for planted acres and the supply and demand lookout for the rest of 2025 and 26, 27, as well as we have that all play into planting intentions next month, along with another USDA report next month as well. So thus far, it's been favorable and exciting. The forum put out that they're expecting 94 million acres of corn planted and 85 million acres of beans. So that's up 4 million acres on beans and down 4 on corn. It's kind of where a lot of the excitement's coming from. Corn, we still are being really supported by higher wheat prices and following just a better export program. We're still 33% ahead of where we typically are, so that's really good. Analysts are still expecting larger changes in the end of the month planting intentions, which we just talked about, and a Bloomberg survey is backing that up with corn plantings to come in about 3.8 million acres below last year's, so in favor of more soybeans.
So right now on the board at the Andersons, what do you have?
Yeah, right now we have nearby corn at $4.05. We have new crop corn at $4, new crop soybeans at $10.50, July red wheat at $5.05, and July white wheat at $5.25.
You have a great day, Melinda. Thank you.
Thanks, you guys too.
You bet. Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. More on the markets. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us right now. The market report brought to you by the Frankenmuth Credit Union. They're here to help farmers with lines of equipment, loans, lines of credit, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Frankenmuth Credit Union, your hometown financial solution. And they invite each and every one of you to mark on your calendar a week from Saturday. That's the last day of the month of February. The Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association is going to be hosting their 22nd annual Farm Collectibles and Toy Show. Again, that's February the 28th. It'll be at the Brentwood in Caro. Kicks off at 8:30 in the morning, goes until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're going to be featuring farm toys, antiques, collectibles, and literature. This is a buy, sell, and swap event. Admission, yeah, they do charge $3 donation for adults. Children 12 and under are admitted free, and all the proceeds go to putting on the big show, which happens at the Tuscola County Fairgrounds. That is in August. And again, we'll be broadcasting on Friday of next week from the Brentwood in Carroll, brought to you in part by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union and by Steiner Tractor, where you can get new parts for those old tractors, 800-234-3280, or go to their website at steinertractor.com. Say good morning to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Doug, what's going on today?
Well, Deere had their earnings. Want to guess?
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Did they?
Yeah. Up $70 today, 12%.
Wow.
$665 a share now. Remember, we could water for 28 if we were gutsy way back in the day.
Yeah.
And, should have sold the farm back then and put it all into Deere, because we knew somebody was going to make money in agriculture, just not me. So
Exactly.
Oh, well.
I think we're in the same boat on that one.
Oh, boy. So anyway, that raises their value by only $14 billion today. Just like that. Snap your fingers. Here's $14 billion. Have a good one. The stock market is not following suit, down about 0.6%-ish, kind of sort of across the board there. Crude oil's up about $1.50, so that continues to rise on the tensions with Iran. And so maybe see a strike on Saturday, and maybe oil prices can come down after that. It would be nice. What else is going on? That's kind of it in a nutshell. Here's your numbers. The March corn, 424.5, down 2 3/4. September corn, 445, down 3/4 of a penny. The March soybeans, 1136, up 2 1/2. September soybeans, 1117 3/4, down 1 1/4. March wheat, 555 1/4, up 8 1/4. And September wheat, 581, up 9 3/4. Sugar's at 13.65, down 11 cents. Crude oil is at 66.53, up $1.48. Heating oil, 256.72, up 4.9 cents. Gasoline, 198.94, up 2.2 cents. Natural gas, 296.9, that's up 1.7 cents. Currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar buys $1.3688 Canadian, that's down 6 ticks. The dollar buys 154.90 yen, that's up 8 ticks. The euro's at 117.65, down 17 ticks. And the dollar's at 97.86, up 16 ticks. Gold is at $5,006.40, up 14 bucks. Silver's at 78 even, up 40 cents. Platinum's $2,075.80, down $30.60. Copper's at $575.65, down 4.65 cents.
Okay. So JD Green is kicking it out, huh?
Yeah, wish I should have, coulda, huh?
Yeah. Tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Story of my life, right?
Yep.
Doug, you have a good one, all right?
Yep, you too.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain, your Dairyland seed headquarters. They got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Nature's that'll help you increase your yields, Mr. Farmer, as you move into 2026. Check them out. Any questions you've got, Vic Huffer is there and his staff. More than happy to answer those questions as well as you get ready to go. Serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983. Freeland Bean and Grain. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to chat with Amy Upton, who's the executive director of the Michigan Nursery and Landscape Association. And Amy, yesterday we had a chance to touch on a topic that is very near and dear to the Nursery and Landscape Association. There's some concern. Tell us a little bit about what we were alluding to yesterday.
Sure. Thanks, Terry. Hey, we were talking about a challenge that we're having with invasive plants and the state of Michigan wanting to add some plants to the prohibited and restricted list. The industry is all for that. If they are invasive, we want to help the environment. We want to support their efforts. The problem we're having with the proposal is that they are assessing species or the parent plant, and they are including all of the cultivars or the kids of the plants, if you will, in that assessment. So they are looking at banning over 200 plants, a lot of which we use in the landscape currently, and a lot of which that don't cause any issues. So as an industry, we're just saying, we want you to assess, run each individual plant, treat the plants as individuals, and run each one through the weed risk assessment before you ban that plant. So,
now, what kind of process do you have to go through in order to get that message to the people that are making that decision?
Yeah, so it's the Commission of Agriculture and Rural Development that makes the final decision, and that's going to happen next month, March 18th. So industry will be there to chat with the commissioners to hear the final proposal from the Department of Ag and Rural Development and to give our input on the proposal, and just encourage them to, look at each plant as an individual. And then if the plant does come back invasive, you have to put it on the list. We support that. But give us a little bit of time. We're thinking 3 years to phase out our inventories and move on to different plants.
And again, how many plants are we looking at right now, Amy?
It's 6 species. But if you include all of their cultivars, they are proposing to ban over 200 individual plants.
I guess I'm real curious, the process that they went through in order to come up with this list. Do we have horticulturalists? Do we have scientists involved in that decision?
Not as far as I know. No, I think it came from within the departments. I think the Department of Natural Resources worked with the Department of Ag and Rural Development to develop these lists. And then they worked together, I think, to put the 6 species, the 6 straight species, 6 plants through the assessment system.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Amy, thank you so much for sharing. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you on board. We'll chat again in the future, okay?
All right. Sounds good, Terry. Take care. Happy spring.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Amy Upton with the Michigan Nursery and Landscape Association. She's their executive director. I think we've got Craig Voorhees on the line with us right now. Craig, let's talk a little bit about spring. And along with spring comes water.
Right, Terry. The other day we were talking about sump pump failures and that kind of coverage. And along with spring, like you said, another type of water, and that's flooding. It's not too early to be talking about that. The main reason is flood insurance policies typically have a 30-day waiting period. So if you think you may need one, now would be the time to be putting it in place. We can't wait for the weather forecasters to tell us, hey, it's going to rain in a couple days, and then put a flood policy in place. So if you're in a floodplain or an area that's prone to it, if you want coverage, now's the time to be talking about it.
Good advice. 30 days, huh?
Yes, sir. 30 days. That's the government rule on that.
All right. Craig, thank you a lot. We appreciate it. You have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week. All right.
We will do, Terry. Yes. Look forward to
Alrighty.
next time.
Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Quick break, and then we'll take a look at the New York markets.
Powerlift hydraulic doors. Ever heard of them? Powerlift hydraulic doors is the largest hydraulic door manufacturer in North America, manufacturing and installing hydraulic doors for over 30 years. Covering the entire state of Michigan, we can custom design your new door up to 150 feet by 45-foot clear opening. We can fit your airplane hangar, agricultural shed, industrial or commercial structure with a strong, reliable, and high-performance door. Nothing beats a Powerlift hydraulic door built right here in Marlette, Michigan. Our custom hydraulic doors are designed for your toughest jobs.
Hi, I'm Andy. The price we give you is the installed price, and you deal with us from the beginning to the end. To schedule your Powerlift door consultation, call 989-635-8017 and ask for Andy, or visit powerliftdoorsmi.com. Powerlift Hydraulic Doors of Michigan. When you need it done right, we lift you above the rest.
Along with us from Baird & Company, we've got Teresa DeVoe. Teresa, what's going on?
Good morning, all. Currently, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 292 points at 49,370, 408 million shares traded. NASDAQ down 82 points at 22,669, 499 million shares traded there. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 755.56, up 359. Deere 665.02, up 71.75. CMS Energy 75.40, up 29. Dow 31.27, down 31. DuPont 50.92, down 42. Corteva 76.58, down a penny. General Motors 81.98, down $1.69. Trinseo 32 cents, down 9 cents. Walmart 126.43, down 19. Huntington Bank 17.76, down 13. Independent Bank 36.44, down a dime, or I'm sorry, up a dime. AT&T 28.05, up 17.
You have a great day. Thank you, Teresa.
Take care.
Will do. We'll be right back. Harvest more than crops. Harvest opportunity with precision farming technology. At PC Ag Solutions, we deliver precision ag solutions for every grower, no matter your experience level. From easy-to-use guidance systems to full machine control, we'll customize a package that fits your farm and works with any brand of equipment. As your local ag leader dealer, PC Ag Solutions is here to help you maximize your equipment, your time, and your bottom line. Call us today, 989-868-4444. We now conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour.